What are you getting?
Wait, what tattoo?
Dude,
Getting a
getting
spider web on my.
No
You're
way!
actually getting
Yeah.
it? That's sick as shit.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Michael, Steven, and Ben from the FOS podcast. Today we're bringing you episode 3. We're going to be talking about the new leaks and the new trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day, releasing late July. And we are also going to be reviewing the Spider-Man 3 film by Sam Raimi from 2007. So let's get right into it. What do we think of the trailer, boys?
Long time coming, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Trailer, I thought it was sick. Apparently there's a alternate version of the trailer where the Hulk looks like the Gray Hulk. That was released on the Spidey Tracker app, which is like the in-universe app that they have out to promote the movie right now. But other than that, I mean, holy hell.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was I think that might be one of my favorite trailers, like just Spider-Man aside. I think the last trailer that kind of made me feel something like that was probably Wakanda Forever, I think. That trailer really stands out to me too, but this one, this one just, I mean, I think what really got me was that Aunt May voiceover, which is crazy because we were just talking about
We were.
how that we
We
saw
were,
that
yeah.
leak for Marissa Tomei, and then there she is.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, it was a trailer that hasn't gotten me like off my feet since like Star Wars. I would probably say the best trailer I ever saw was The Force Awakens. That was probably like the craziest, like the teaser trailer. That was like insane.
Yeah.
And that came
Mhm.
out, and this was like similar vibes, so I really liked it.
I mean, just the opening with Scorpion, and I
Yeah.
mean, it's just. I
We
love
still
that.
don't know who the main villain is either.
Yes, we have
Yeah.
not seen the main villain, so
I like
Tom
that.
came out and said that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said that a few days ago. Yeah, and I honestly really liked that because I feel like we didn't really know about the Vulture in Spider-Man Homecoming
Homecoming.
either. Like we did know obviously, but like there's lines from that trailer that aren't in the movie, and I'm excited to just have a movie that I don't really know what to expect from, and then just go
Especially
in.
from Marvel.
Yeah, because they tell you like the whole movie in like a trailer, and I'm like, all right, well, I
Mhm.
don't really care then. So
Marvel's also infamous for taking scenes in the trailer and changing them compared to how they're going to look in the movie. I mean, think about Infinity War. We thought we were going to see Hulk in Infinity War because the trailer showed Hulk, but here it was the Hulkbuster suit.
Mhm.
So stuff like that, you really got no idea if what you're looking at is real or not.
Yeah,
And then I saw people even say they pointed out for the Multiverse of Madness trailer, they edit out Wanda's red powers in the fight at Camartage. So people
Yeah.
think that they are editing out, because there's a rumor, I don't know if it's confirmed yet, that if Sadie Sink is Jean Grey, her powers are going to be pink in the MCU. So then people are saying they edit out the pink in specifically the scene of, I guess it's Rikers Island,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of force blast. So,
that'd be really cool.
and then there's a scene in one of the X-Men shows that pretty much is the exact same thing. So
I said this to you.
yes,
Yeah.
there's
I saw this.
there's that. I feel like the evidence for her playing Jean Grey is stacking up huge.
It's
I think
like- yeah.
we'll talk about it probably in the next episode because we want to focus on the trailer for this one. But just one of the main things I'm focusing on right now is definitely press tour outfits, just because of who is on this press tour, and we know Zendaya specifically. We have to look at her outfits. Her outfits are going to be a big hint to what's going on in the film.
Which is honestly an interesting form of marketing, but it keeps people on their toes and keeps people interested, right? So
Yeah, I think it's a great way to market press tours specifically because they're long and it's hard to follow along like that, especially when I mean right now they're across the world from us. So, but I mean
that's right.
I'm every day it's like a new post and I'm like, okay, what color is she wearing? Even Tom, what color is he wearing under there?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Zendaya wear a lot of like black and silver. She even
Hmm.
had one dress where I was like, all right, that's a symbiote suit.
I think
Um,
it was like the one with the spider towards the bottom, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
but so yeah, we see like first off, they plan these outfits months in advance, right? So they're not just picked out of a hat at random. They are intentional. So having, I think it was like the first few stops of the press tour, Zendaya was in like black, and then
Hmm.
even the one day Tom was in black.
Yeah.
So it's like the symbiote suit is just
Symbiote suit or funeral. I see on TikTok I get a lot of edits of Millie Bobby Brown. She went on a podcast talking about her press tour outfits for Stranger Things 5. And she said, I only wore black because of what happens to her character. So I'm keeping that in mind too. But
oh shit.
we,
But
and
also,
then there's that clip of Zendaya saying, bring the tissues. So, but
black
I
and
mean,
silver, though, I feel like that also means another Spider-Man character. The Black Cat, too. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen, but
I didn't even think of that. That's
something to
just
think
true though.
about.
Ooh.
That is true.
Because I've always wanted that little, like, that angle. Like, I think that
Yeah,
always
me
works
too.
especially with a symbiote suit. Maybe not this movie, but next movie, that's, like, super fun. He could get into some crazy shenanigans with, like, Black Cat and the symbiote, and he's, like, kind of, morally in the gray, and she's, pushing him one way, and I don't even know, who do we think could even play that character? Like,
I I think I really like what's her name? Anna Taylor Joy for Black Cat. I've seen that a few
Mm,
times. I think she would be
yeah.
good. Um Trying to think who else. I mean, I
that's
wouldn't even be mad if they pulled the voice actress or whoever they use for the PS4 games. She's pretty good at it too.
Yeah. That's also true. Yeah, I really don't know. Um, I like completely forgot about Black Cat. I didn't even consider her being in it. And it would also be really good because then you would kind of have, Peter be torn between, he's still in love with MJ, because he like remembers everything, but then now you got Black Cat in the whole mix, and
it's
like,
almost like the pull from, like, the superhero side and the personal side,
Yep.
you know? She's, like, pulling him the wrong way to, like, the superhero side,
right,
is, he's, like, completely engulfed in that atmosphere, and then here's another thing pulling him, it's Black Cat. So that's the whole thing about the movies. We just really don't know what's going on. I hope they don't overload it with characters, like,
I yeah,
because
I've
that
been
could
having
be
that same
dangerous,
fear.
like, we're not saying the Black Cat's going to be in the movie, obviously. Just a prediction, just a little, small hint, maybe. I mean, it's just something to think about, but, because we already have Scorpion. Who else? We have Tarantula, right? We
Boomerang,
have, yeah, Boomerang, the Hulk.
Hulk,
We don't even know who
Wolverine,
the villain is yet.
Tombstone.
Punisher,
Tombstone, I
Tombstone.
forgot. Okay, so we'll see. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I felt the same way, honestly, like right before No Way Home was coming out. Was getting really nervous that they were gonna overshadow, with that film specifically, Tom's Spider-Man, and put more of an emphasis on the other two, which I
Yeah,
didn't want because at the end of the day, it's not their movie. It was
right.
his. But I feel like they did an excellent job. So I'm trying to keep that in the back of my head when because I definitely am like, I'll realize how many people are in this film, and I'm like, damn, I hope that, like, I still leave that theater and it feels like a Spider-Man movie and it's not another setup film with just Spider-Man's name on it because, I mean, he's a great franchise to bring in more characters for your universe. So
Yeah,
I guess we'll,
yeah.
there's only,
I really hope it's not like a giant like cameo fest. Um, like I think like all the villains like Tarantula, Boomerang, and Tombstone and stuff like that are not going to be a major part of the movie. I think, if anything, if you remember back to Fantastic Four, how they kind of had like that montage of them fighting like some of their comic book villains. I think we might see something similar with
Mhm.
that, and that might be all we see with them. I'm not
Yeah.
sure,
Which
but
That'd
is
be
fine.
fine. That'd be cool just to see them
Yeah.
in live action.
That's one of the things I really want from this film is I want more background for Spider-Man. Like I
Yeah.
want more of his universe pulled in.
yeah,
Like he's just been involved in the fight for so long, kind of thing.
Yeah.
yeah. Because also think about the fact that in the first trailer, you hear Ned say either last or first semester at MIT, but then in the next trailer you hear him say something different. So either they're trying to trick us, or inside of the movie there's a 4-year time jump.
Could be.
I think I did see someone somewhere like earlier say that it starts off only a few months after No Way Home.
Yeah,
But then it's like 4 years later are the events that Brandy did.
right.
So
That's what I could see. I also saw
That would
the
make the
fact
most
that
sense.
I also saw the fact that we're gonna see the No Way Home suit, the ending of the No Way Home suit get like
battle damage, which makes sense because they that's the Funko Pop I got. It
Yeah.
specifically says battle damage, No Way Home suit.
yeah, and then we'll see him kind of make his own suit, and that's the suit that we've been seeing in the trailers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
The blue is just a little different.
Yeah.
It's less shiny, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the trailer obviously came out with tickets. How'd y'all do with that, ticket wise?
I got
That's cool.
my tickets for the Amazon Prime screening,
Damn.
Good stuff. I was trying to
so
do.
I'll be seeing it 2 days early,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep. It's like the Wednesday before.
Oh, so I'll be seeing it the day that we film this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So you're gonna be on one when we're recording.
Yes. I think we should definitely do like a day that we all three of us go to see it together, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Would that be cool?
Yeah.
We should totally do that.
I want to
I
go
did
see.
too.
I want to go see it in 4D.
I want to see it in Screen X. I saw they would just put out some kind of promotion for that, and then it looked really cool.
Yeah, they like actually like filmed it properly for Screen X, which
Mhm.
is interesting. And I've never seen a movie in Screen X, but I don't know how I feel about it because I feel like
I feel like it's just gonna be a lot of dead space on either side of me. No.
right, like I don't know.
Yeah, I've never
Like,
seen.
I
4D,
feel,
think.
I feel like one of these days I just gotta go and see a movie in Screen X. But from what I hear from other people, it's just like there's so much going on.
Mhm.
Plus also the fact that it's just one screen, one screen, one screen, and not just one wrap.
Big screen. Yeah.
I've like seen some people say that that's kind of like jarring.
Mhm.
But I don't know. This might be the movie where I give it a shot.
I mean, yeah, I think I'm gonna try and beat my No Way Home record in theater, which I think was 8 times.
Where do they even have these theaters, dude?
I don't even know where Screen X is.
Oh.
Probably like one in every state or something.
A lot of Regals, I feel like, have Screen X.
I'm seeing AMC, but
AMC.
yeah,
I ain't seen near me.
I know mine don't got that.
I'm checking near me. Let's see.
looks
No,
crazy.
I don't want to get an icy right now.
Did you get tickets, Mike? For
Me and my dad were trying to get them. I don't think we didn't get the Prime ones. I'll figure out getting tickets. It's not. I'm probably just gonna get them like a few days before, honestly.
I had like alarm set and everything. There was a whole queue, which was like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the queue for like an hour. But I got them for the 31st, and then I was gonna try and get them for the Amazon Prime. That was filling out so fast. So I couldn't decide if I really wanted to do that, because I was like, I don't know. I had a weird thing about it. I was like, I don't know if I really want to know. Because, like, what if it's not that great for some reason? And now I have 2 other lined up because I'm also going on August 1st with one of my friends. Because then I'm going away for a week, so I can't see it for a week. So I'm trying to get it in as much as I can.
Yeah. I'm trying to see this a few times in the theater, so.
Yeah,
My theater was, like, selling out. I think the Friday and Saturday, for my AMC at least, it's, like, packed. There's no more viewings, I don't think. We're, like, 2 seats together at least.
Yeah, I don't know how, but when I went in to get tickets, there was actually a decent amount open. But also, I think I was in the queue maybe like 15 minutes after tickets went on sale, or something like that. But I waited in the queue for like an hour.
Yeah.
But
I had it because on my phone, I first joined, and it was like, okay, 15 minutes. And I was like, damn, I never see a queue like this before for movie tickets. And then I was like, it wasn't moving. So I was like, okay, let me try. I created a whole new account and went on my laptop, and then it was like over an hour. I was like,
yeah.
Oh my God. And then I ended up waiting over an hour for the 15-minute one on my phone anyway.
Yeah. Dude, that week for movies for me is stacked because I go see The Odyssey in 70mm IMAX 5 days before I go see No Way Home. Not No Way Home. Brand New Day.
Tickets went on sale. All those cool posters for all the different screenings and all the theaters came out too. Those were pretty sick. The theater merch, I think I might. First time I ever got like a theater merch like that was for Superman for their telephone box popcorn thing.
Popcorn.
I think this is gonna be the second movie I ever get some merch for.
I might need to do popcorn bucket or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the AMC has a cool cup.
Yeah, I might try to get the one popcorn bucket where it looks like his suit.
Mm-hmm.
I might try to get that.
And then I saw somewhere it was the 4th biggest pre-sale in history for a movie, which makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. It's Spider-Man. Everybody loves Spider-Man.
And I mean, I've never ever experienced sitting in a pre-sale like that for a movie.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they did that. I was just expecting the website to keep crashing like No Way Home.
Yeah. No Way Home,
No Way Home was hours.
I was stressing.
Mm-hmm.
I
was up till 4 a.m. picking out tickets.
Yeah. And I somehow got it for the Thursday night screening.
There's some cool merch, bro. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at it right now. I haven't even looked.
There'll be a picture right here for you guys, but let me see if I have a photo. Oh no, I think I have it saved.
Oh,
There's like some cool. I really like the AMC. The AMC. I think actually it's gonna be the combo of that Spider-Man head popcorn bucket. Oh, it's Regal.
No, check this one out.
The water bottle.
There's one that's like him on a building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the coolest one. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with them, besides the water bottle.
You could display some of these. Like, the one on the building, you could totally display. That would be a tough
Oh, yeah, that one you could totally display. I want to get the one from AMC where it's, like, his suit, because I know I'll actually use that. Like,
that one?
I haven't... Yes.
That's the bucket I want, too.
Yeah. Like,
I want that cup.
Yeah.
Oh, it's from Regal. I go to Regal because there's like a really cool Regal near me. It's like a retro, like theater kind of looking thing. So like I always go to that one. And shout out North.
I have to order that one probably.
AMC goer till I die, bro.
Yeah, the AMC by me is just really nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I when it comes to getting like popcorn buckets and stuff like that, I don't get them solely because it's like a lot of them now. It's like I'll get them. And then they're just gonna be on my shelf collecting dust, so I can't rationalize the purchase. But if it's like an actual like bucket that I'm actually gonna use, yeah, I'll get it. Like I have a popcorn bucket for Twisters, the damn Glenn Powell movie that came out a couple summers ago. I have a popcorn bucket for that. I still use that thing.
That came out 24. I think I remember talking about that in Susan Ryan's film class. Like my freshman first semester.
I guess final thoughts for the trailer is I showed it to my little cousin. She's like 5. And I was like, "You want to see Spider-Man?" She was like, "Yeah." I showed it. And I just think a great way to like sum up how this trailer is. Like she looked at me after. Well, the first thing she said is she goes, "Did she just throw that? Did Spider-Man just throw that bad guy into the cop car?" I was like, "Yeah, maybe, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. No one's in the car." But then we finished the trailer, and she looks at me and she goes, "That was so cool." I was like, "It was really cool, wasn't it?" So I just feel like that kind of sums up the trailer, and I feel like this movie's impact so far already.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do you guys? Sorry,
Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead. It's my gut.
So do you guys think this is gonna be like one of the biggest? It's gonna be the biggest movie of the summer, probably. The Odyssey could beat it out. It's the only movie I see giving it
I
a.
think the Odyssey has a lot smaller of a audience target.
Yeah. I think Spider-Man is such a household name. That
I think if it was any other superhero besides maybe an Avengers movie, Odyssey
Or
takes it.
Batman.
Yeah.
Odyssey
Or
would take it.
Batman, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Because I mean, I'm personally like equally excited for the
Hmm.
Odyssey, honestly, because I'm a huge Chris Nolan and all that, and I just
Yeah.
love like
Right.
his portrayals of different stories. And I think the Odyssey is also just a really interesting story to adapt to like a audience for now, for like a modern day audience, you know. And I think it'd be really interesting. But yeah, I guess you guys are right. I guess Spider-Man would be
Like
fun.
I'm even just thinking like my family like immediately like my grandma might be interested in um uh the Odyssey, but she won't go see it in theater. She'll wait till it's home. Whereas if I'm with her and she wants to go to the movie, we're going to see Spider-Man. That's a
Right.
ticket for that before instead of the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the trailer I'm super excited for. I was getting ready to leave to go down the shore. No, I wasn't. Came out while I was down the shore. Tickets went on sale the day I was leaving. I
Yeah,
forgot.
because the trailer. Wait, did the trailer come out on Wednesday or Thursday?
Well, the Prime. I think.
Thursday, I think.
Or
Ooh,
was it just later Wednesday?
it might have been later Wednesday.
Was it?
So yeah, the
Because I
tickets came.
remember getting my tickets and being like, "Damn, no trailer."
Yeah, me too. Cause yeah, tickets went on sale, and I was packing like the last minute packing due before I went down the shore.
I think it
Just so I
came
could
out Thursday.
get tickets. And I forgot a lot of stuff to bring down the shore with me.
Oh,
uh,
really?
oh yeah, because I was so hyper focused on getting these tickets. And then the trailer came out, and I was laser focused on that. I think I just sat there watching it like 3 times straight through, just over and over and over again. It's beautiful. It's a
Yeah,
masterpiece. I'm so excited. It can't
Super
come.
dope.
sooner.
It can't come sooner, bro.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
excited to see it with you guys, bro. That's gonna be fun as hell, bro.
yeah. I have like I'm making July 31st a little holiday over here. I'm
Yeah,
getting.
right?
I took off work. Gonna get a good meal beforehand. I got a tattoo appointment for beforehand.
Wait, what are you getting?
Wait, with tattoo?
Dude,
Getting a
getting
spider
Spider.
web on my.
No
Oh, you're actually
way!
getting
Yeah.
it? That's sick as shit.
Dude, what? Wait. What kind? Like, what is it gonna look like?
Here, I texted the artist. I was like, I know it's like low key kind of late for you, but can I please get this on the 31st?
Oh
That's
my
sick.
gosh, dude, that is awesome.
I mean, it's literally just for me because like you're never gonna see it. It's just like
Right.
just there.
Is it gonna be black or is it gonna be like a different color?
No, it's gonna be black. I don't really like color tattoos
I
on.
think the black will look awesome. That'll look really tough.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Dude, I'm hyped
Yeah,
for you, bro. That's so sick.
so it's a little holiday over here. Not gonna lie. Now moving into the focus of today's episode, I almost said the Amazing Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3, by Sam Raimi. When it came out in 2007, right? I always thought it was 6, and then I just recently found out I was allowed to.
Yeah.
So just some quick offset news that I've been doing for all the other ones. This is the first one we're alive for, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one, there was a lot of interesting things I found. Mostly with Sam Raimi was really not happy with how this turned out. He had a hard time writing the script and stuff. He didn't really want to push it. But of course, he's bound by who knows how many contracts at that point.
So
Then there were a lot of different storyline changes, which I thought were interesting too, such as the symbiote's arrival was actually supposed to come back on a spaceship with Jameson's son from the second film. He was going to make a return in the third one because he's an astronaut, so he was going to be like stuck on the spaceship or whatever. Scarlett Johansson was actually a possibility for Gwen Stacy this film, which I thought would have been really funny. I wonder if that would have changed her feature at all
Yeah.
if she had done that. The visual effects for Sandman took 3 years. Mm-hmm. Now this I found really upsetting. The dance scene was partially improvised, so it wasn't even planned. I think I read that it was like on the script it was like Peter breaks out and dance, but there was like no kind of specifics about the dance, and they let Toby do that and kept it.
I think that kind of makes it better for me, not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah.
That they didn't put that in the script.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of just like, hey, do whatever you feel is right for the character. And it fits. I mean, look, it's...
Of course, Tobey Maguire did that, bro.
Yeah. I mean, look, people still reference that
I guess
that
that's
dance to this day. I mean, I remember seeing, like, this little kid at, like, a school dance, and he's in the middle of the dance floor
just doing that.
doing the Tobey Maguire dance. I mean, look at how much is carried over.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's true. At one point, the Lizard was actually going to be the villain. The film broke the record for the most movie theaters being premiered in, which, considering again the character in the franchise, I feel like that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi were the driving force behind including Sandman, and that they actually had been mentioning the character in previous press tours for the other two movies going into the third, so they really wanted to include that character.
Yeah.
Vulture was also originally planned. There were reshoots for the film done very close to release because a lot of the test audiences were actually saying there was not enough action in the film, and they wanted to see more fights and stuff, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder how it looked then.
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense though, that the originals weren't really that fight heavy, because I feel like the other two really aren't to begin with anyway.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Because you notice this movie's kind of... It
it's
has
so different.
a couple
It is.
more action sequences than... Because he has the one early on where he fights Harry, right?
He fights each villain twice, I think.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, you're right.
And then the last little bit I have is the first version of the script was finished 2 months after Spider-Man 2. And there were so many different elements in it that they were originally considering it to be like 3 and 4, and like a part 1, part 2 kind of situation. But I forget if it was money or just any other kind of reason they decided to cut back, just make it 3.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, we were supposed to get Spider-Man 4, and...
Yes. I actually have a whole bunch of information for after our review regarding why, because that kind of timeline from the production of 4 to The Amazing Spider-Man was super short, and it's interesting what was going on over there.
I'm sure.
But now that we have a little background out of the way, we were still way too young to be in the theaters for it, so there's no really personal things we can add here. Spider-Man 3, some things to talk about is there's a bunch of new characters brought in this film for Spider-Man. So there's Gwen Stacy, Captain Stacy, Eddie Brock, Flint Marko, Venom. Any of those kind of your guys' like favorite versions of the characters, thoughts on them?
I will say I've always had a soft spot for Flint Marko in this film. I don't know why. I just always love Sandman. Venom scared me as a kid.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think this is like one like the first ones like a lot of us saw when we were little.
Mhm.
So
This is
Venom,
definitely the one that was on the most in my house.
yeah, Venom scared the crap out of me as a kid, and then Sandman, I just thought he was really cool. Um, so I've always had a soft spot for that. God, I'm trying to think what anything
I
else.
think it always goes to show on a actor's or actress's performance when you picture a character that's not even like if you picture the character in a video game, a comic book, or a Lego game or something like that, and you're picturing the one actor's voice or his face in it. I feel like that really goes to show, and that's me for Sandman. I always picture
Yep.
this version's voice, face, something like that.
Yeah, like I was just watching about halfway through now, but I was watching Spider Noir
Mm-hmm.
on Amazon Prime
Okay.
the other day, and they kind of bring in Sandman, and I'm like watching. I'm like, just it doesn't feel right because I'm just so used to Spider.
Hayden
I wish I
Church's
knew the actors.
Sandman, yeah.
Yeah, I can't
But
remember his name.
I can't remember his name. But I'm so used to him playing Sandman and hearing his voice because he has such a good voice for the character too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, that is like one example of one of the characters where it's like I think when you mention that character, I think of that performance.
Yes.
Yeah. I also really like that Sandman wasn't like just how he is in some comics where he's just like an asshole. Like
Mm-hmm.
he had like a reason for doing things. You know, Sandman's like one of those villains who sometimes you can catch him like being very like you can be sympathetic, and then sometimes he's like the Rhino where it's just like just robbing a bank because he's robbing a bank
Right.
because he wants to be bad, and it's like, bruh, So I like that they didn't go that route. As for Venom, he really well. When I was a kid, I was like obsessed with Venom and like the black suit Spider-Man. I mean, I don't know who wasn't, but I guess I was super obsessed with it. And then we got Venom in 2018, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so sick. Like this is peak. Like I have so much stuff from that movie because I loved that. Like just Venom, I thought he was like
Mm-hmm.
awesome. So this was like the beginning of that. But once you saw the 2018 Venom, you're like, oh wow, like Topher Grace, like as Eddie Brock was a little bit of a wuss, kind of a different take on the character. I mean, he still did a good job, mostly, in my opinion, but I would probably say, uh, yeah, I like 2018's Venom more. Sandman's definitely the best new character. Gwen Stacy's kind of just like Bryce Dallas Howard. I mean, it's just like a placeholder. And then uh, Captain Stacy is done better in the next film. And
I agree.
I feel like, oh, Harry Osborn's Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm. What
Um,
do you guys think about the whole Goblin Junior arc that happens over there?
little forced. I mean, understandable, but I feel like they needed another movie
Yeah.
for either just him or like he was geared up to be like they were obviously like in the last two movies had hyped that up or like
Mm-hmm.
made that a possibility,
Yeah.
but
I think the
clearly
jump from him being Harry who hates Spider-Man to this fully armored,
in the beginning of the movie.
yeah. I feel like, or even like the other two, you're like you said, you're they're pushing towards Harry's kind of descent, but then I wish like we saw more of kind of that descent into madness in the third, and then the fourth is when he really
I agree.
you find out that Norman had all this equipment already.
Yeah.
Or you could have like the end of this movie. This is all hypothetical. The end of this movie could have been like the Green Goblin's back, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And then
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like repeat villains. Like I think it's kind of lame, unless your trilogy is about the villain. But you know, I just think it's kind of lame, and I think that he has such a huge rogues gallery that
Yeah,
for you to repeat
the villain. Yeah.
the Goblin and then not even make it Norman, but make it Harry, and then make him look like a shark boy and water girl, like looking, because it just doesn't look. The costume sucks. So no offense, it just looks terrible. you know, and then they were like showing all these cool goblin masks, like that chrome one. I mean, I don't think that would have worked, but like, you know, still like you're showing all this stuff and you're just not gonna put him in the mask. I don't know. It's just like it was like
Yeah.
right there. It was like right there, and they just didn't do it. But it's fine.
In terms of characters, Gwen Stacy might be one of my top favorite characters, and I feel like Bryce Dallas Howard does a good job. I mean, I still am choosing Gwen over MJ in this film.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
fine.
yeah, I
I'm just
actually when I was rewatching, I actually really like this Eddie Brock. Like, I feel like I would I would have really enjoyed like playing this character or something. I think he's like he's funny. I like him. I
Yeah.
mean, he's obviously like an asshole, but I like
he's
them.
also weird. Like he's like this, like he's a good-looking dude, but he's like really weird with women, and he's like
Yeah.
really socially awkward. And I liked that aspect of it because it's like, because you know how he was with Bryce, he was like, I'm gonna, what did he say? Like, he was like, I'm gonna marry this girl, or
And it
I'm
was
gonna
like,
go on
yeah,
one date
but then
with
he
her.
just tells Captain Stacy like, "Oh, I've been seeing your daughter for like a couple days."
He's like, I'm dating your daughter, and she's like, Eddie, we just met, and I'm like, oh, that's so terrible, you know.
Yeah. I don't know, cause he did a good job. I mean, he definitely played the social awkwardness very well of the character. Um, I mean, I feel like it was a good introduction. I feel like it would have been nice to see him in another movie.
Hmm.
Um, but I gotta give my flowers to Tom Hardy.
Okay.
That
He's
was
mentioned in Spider-Man 2.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, like Jonah's like, oh, we have Eddie downstairs or something like that. But then then they like retcon that because they make it like he was
yeah,
just hired in this movie. So I was like, okay.
yeah. They also mentioned Doctor Strange.
In the first one, yeah.
No, in the second one,
Oh, was it the second one?
because they're
Okay.
trying to figure out what to call Doc Ock.
Oh
Oh,
yes,
yeah, that's
yes.
right. That's right.
And they mentioned Doctor Strange. No, already taken. So,
Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
but yeah,
Okay, we'll move into what about the suit transformation scene for you guys?
Oh, so tough. Probably the best scene in this trilogy. Hot take.
I
No,
wouldn't
no, I mean, not really, but like,
Definitely a standout.
definitely stands out. Um, it's such a good scene. And I really hope that we get a similar scene with Tom.
they
That
know
would
what we want.
that would be really cool to see. But yeah, I mean, I love that scene. It also gives you so much information about um, Venom, like the fact that the bell was like pissing it off. Like that's
Hmm.
such an important aspect of that
I
character.
think that's probably my favorite scene of the film is that whole church sequence. Eddie Brock going, praying on Peter's downfall, and then Venom coming from the sky for him.
So tough.
So
Yeah.
good.
And then he ends up on the ground. Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Hmm. And then, I mean, the suit. I like the suit. It's just, I mean, it's literally just the red and blue and black with the gray. There's
Yeah.
definitely better versions, but
I think it's really
it's
cool.
it's still the only one we've seen in live action. So
I think when they do it for Tom, do you guys think it'll be a suit, or do you guys think it'll be like the PS5, PS4
more of an
Spider,
alien kind of thing.
or like a liquidy, like somewhat moving around suit? Like, what do you guys think?
Mm,
I want, which they kind of did in the PS game, is it starts off as a suit, like it's clinging to the fabric, but the more he wears it, because if they do the symbiote suit and it's not like a full movie length or a Secret Wars into Spider-Man 5 kind of movie length suit, I'd rather not have the storyline at all. I
yeah.
think that the symbiote is something that should be explored for much longer than 45 minutes of a film or 3 hours of a game. It needs to be a full-fledged arc. So I would want to see the suit kind of start off as fabric because it's just, taking over the suit that Peter has already. But then as he wears it more, it's more of an alien. And
Yeah.
Peter's more aggressive and less like himself.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you guys think like he's talking about in the trailers, like I'm like losing myself to this like now I'm becoming do you guys think that whole conflict is not going to be resolved and it'll carry over to Secret Wars and then carry over to the next film? Or do you guys think they'll resolve it and then bring it back again? Because I hope they don't do that because I hate when they resolve a character trait or something and then they take it back and know it. Like I hope they don't do that. I have a feeling that's what they're going to do because it's a movie and they like to have things wrapped up by the end of it. I know
Yeah.
them, I know Marvel. But I really hope. What do you guys think?
I think for this film specifically, it's going to be more about Peter not knowing how to balance his powers, less his emotions. And then, I really think he's going to die at the end of this. So I think maybe before he dies, he will find out how to get that balance. Maybe not necessarily get it, but so that when he's brought back, he'll know how to balance that. Or maybe he won't know how to balance, and that's why when he gets the symbiote suit, hopefully, and he gets out of the grave, he now can't balance his powers or his emotions.
Yeah, I like that.
I could definitely see that.
But I definitely get what you're saying, where I don't want to see a whole film where he's battling internally, he figures out how to solve it, and then the next time we see him in a film, he's battling internally again.
Yeah.
Definitely
It just takes away from this film.
Right, it definitely needs a multiple movie arc.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even got to be like 2 full movies. I'd be like 1.5 or whatever.
No,
Yeah.
I would be more than happy is if he dies at the end of this one, he gets the symbiote suit, we see him in Doomsday, or not Doomsday. I don't care if he's in Doomsday or not.
He's not
Secret
going to.
Wars with the suit. He doesn't have to be a main character. I just want to see him in the film with the suit, so that when we see him in 5, he can be in the suit for 3/4 of the film, and then the final battle is maybe him versus Venom again or something.
Yeah.
5 will be peak, bro.
It'd also be cool to see in Secret Wars if he's wearing the suit. See, maybe we got a Toby and Andrew versus Tom in the black suit.
That would be cool.
That way Andrew could finally fight his alien.
Mm-hmm.
And Toby would have the knowledge of how to get rid of it. So, I feel like that would be cool to see.
You think we'll get
Very
that?
interesting.
I kind of hope we don't.
Hmm.
Well, to be fair, I'm like, we brought these characters in, we gave them their send-off. I'm not like one of those people that want to see them again. I know a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But I think if we keep bringing them back, then, it kind of ruins that specialness of No Way Home.
Right.
And then, the characters said goodbye to each other, so if you keep bringing them back,
It's never goodbye.
yeah. Which, is
I-
fine, but
See, I agree. I think I don't want Secret Wars to be one giant cameo fest and then bring back everybody kind of thing. But at the same time, I
it would
feel
sell.
like that is what it's going to end up being. So I'm prepared to see everyone and everything in Secret Wars. If not, great.
Hmm.
If so, it's whatever. That's kind of what everybody.
I don't care about how many cameos are in the film as long as the plot of the story isn't the cameos.
Right.
If you can bring all these people in and still have a solid story,
True.
that's really all we want to see.
Right.
Yeah. I guess I can go first. I guess this one's probably I'm gonna just judge it based on my pure enjoyment of it and
Mhm.
on, I guess, the cinematic aspect of it too. I'll give it a 6.5. I think it's gonna be the lowest one for the trilogy, just because it simply just had the least amount of care put into it and the least amount. There was too much going on behind the scenes. You can really shows in certain parts, but then also certain parts have really good heart. I mean, I like the scene Harry. Spoilers: Harry's death. You know, it's like a good scene. Really like
Hmm.
hits home. Um, I like that him and MJ weren't together at the end of the movie either. I like that. I like that they weren't like, oh, like I love you, like blah blah blah. Like it's kind of ambiguous as to whether, they're friends again, but there's a lot that happened there. He broke her heart. She lied to him a lot, and just kind of just
She's
trust
not a good
and
person.
like a natural way of things coming back. And we don't know, and we know now because of, you know, No Way Home that it did work out, but I like that we had to wait so long to find that out. You know, I like that. So overall, 6.5. That's what I would say. Oh,
And
and I
then,
guess sorry for the trilogy.
yeah, I have your other two
Ranking wise,
ratings. Actually, I will give you one.
I think I gave the second one the highest rating,
Yeah, you gave the second one an 8.5 out of 10.
and I gave the first one what, like a.
I may have forgot to get that one down.
Oh, okay. I think honestly though, if I have to just say it again, I'd probably say I'd probably put the first one first, second one second, and the third one third.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think that's fair.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. I guess I'll go. So this one's definitely my favorite, and this is the first Spider-Man film where like I have to kind of push the nostalgia aside because this one, me and my brother were always watching this one. There's a lot of my favorite aspects for this one. Like it's my favorite theme. Um, yeah, favorite kind of story out of the Raimi. I love all the characters. I feel like some of these scenes are just so Spider-Man to me. Like the truck fight between Sandman and Spider-Man. That is that always stands out to me. The whole symbiote suit arc. But like I said last week, for me, this kind of starts something in the Spider-Man films where it's this one aspect of the plot that is just hurts the overall whole rating of the film a lot, and that is kind of how they portray the symbiote taking over Peter. I don't think the suit should make you an emo person. It should make you an aggressive person. So the whole kind of aggressive side bang, weird kind of attitude towards MJ and Gwen, it just doesn't even feel like Peter anymore. Whereas the symbiote can take over Peter and it still feel like this character at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that if you take out those films, because I mean it's not that how the symbiote affects Peter isn't like that big compared to the whole story. So I give this one a 6.2 out of 10, which for me is the highest out of the Raimi film. But
Crazy.
again, I have so
It's
much nostalgia
crazy,
for it.
dude. I mean, yeah.
Crazy.
But it's up
Yeah,
to you, man.
I also really like I like when superhero films have a main villain, but there's also side villains to it. I love when a superhero film does that, and this one has at least two villains in it, and then a little bit of Goblin Jr. I just find that a lot more interesting and more dynamic than one villain because I feel like then you focus on that villain's arc too much, and then you get kind of those movies where it's not really fight heavy, which for a superhero film is not what I'm looking for.
Well, I
So
guess we'll see what happens in TASM 2 then, huh?
yeah,
Hmm.
so this is a 6.2. So my ranking is the opposite of Mike's. It goes 3, 2, 1 for me.
Crazy. Crazy dog. What the? Oh. All right, so this is my least out of the trilogy. My least favorite out of the trilogy. I mean, it's one that I always watched as a kid and whatnot because it was the most recent one and whatnot. But like I said, the last episode, love Spider-Man 2, all-time favorite. But it is the one that is the most action-packed, which is good. It's a good sit down and put it on. If there's nothing else on. All the characters are pretty well developed. I think the whole Harry and Goblin was obviously rushed, and I feel like it's even more rushed in
2.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But we will get into that when we get to that movie. So I'm gonna give it solid 5.2. I mean, it's good. It's not great. I mean, compared to all the others, I definitely have some ratings in this series that are gonna shock the shit out of all y'all.
I feel like, yeah.
Uh,
I feel like you're gonna. I'm wondering what your Amazing Spider-Man ratings are. I feel like that's where you're gonna hurt me.
ooh, I don't know.
I'm so excited to talk about those, bro. Those are
Those
like
are that was
honestly like,
Spider-Man to me for the longest time.
Yeah, but yeah. So
those
my
are-
ranking goes 2, 1, 3.
Okay.
bet. So we all have different rankings. I like that. That's
I mean, I
cool.
guess we'll. What would you guys give the whole trilogy as like a whole final thoughts for it?
I would give it like a 7. Like as a trilogy, I would give it like a 7, which I feel like
That's
is very
valid.
fair. Because I would give like the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. I would give that like a solid like 8 or 9.
I'd give that an 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
then, would you, if you couldn't say 7, because I was gonna say a 7 as well, would you go 6.5 or 7.5? What would you do?
I would give it 6.5.
Okay, I think I would also go 6.5. But here's the thing: the first two movies are really iconic and really, really important. I think there is a chance I could go 7.5 and be fine with that. But just based on the other two trilogies that I'm gonna go with, I guess I would prefer. Honestly, here's a really hot take. I think my favorite Spider-Man movie is Homecoming, but
Mm-hmm.
I think because I've seen so many of that trilogy so many times, I think I would rather watch this trilogy than the Home trilogy. I
Just
don't know
because you
though.
don't. Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
get that.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've seen them all so many times that like I could honestly be fine with just really never watching really any of them again. I mean, I don't really. I've just seen them so many times at this point. It's just like there's other movies I should probably see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Torn, but I'll give it a 6.5. I'll rip it with you. And yeah, I guess Steven, it's up to you now.
I would give it like a 5.5, a 6. For me, this is like the base trilogy. If you're making a Spider-Man film and you can't do at least what any of these films did, I would just say go ahead and don't make that
Mm-hmm.
because this is to me this is the bare minimum. Not saying that the films are the bare minimum, but this story-wise, character-wise, plot-wise, if you can't do what these films did for Spider-Man, you don't really need to make the film because there's better options out there for everyone already.
Great take, honestly. And Steven had the balls to give him his
A
untrue
four
opinion.
point something for
I
Spider.
know there's
Four
many
out of 10.
people that will see that and just lose their mind. I think everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Keep it cordial and yeah,
Yeah,
very
and
valid.
then quickly, some Spider-Man 4 Fallout. Uh, it had a movie release date of May 6, 2011, which is 4 years after, which actually isn't that crazy because that's about how long we wait nowadays for a Spider-Man
Yeah.
film. But
That's how long it was between. Oh no, no, no! It was 3
no, they
years.
were coming out fast before. It
It
was
was it was
2002,
oh 04,
2004, 2007.
so 3 year. Okay, but that is how long we waited until 12 for TASM. So it was about a year because I think TASM came out in like May or June of 2012, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Development began just a year after Spider-Man 3. I mean, there's a bunch of oh my god, what are the names of them? Concept art, storyboards for the film. Dr. Connors was going to become the Lizard finally. Bruce Campbell's character was going to get an upgrade into Mysterio, I think. was going to be revealed. That's why he's in so many different scenes and different jobs and stuff. Vulture was going to be the main villain. Anne Hathaway was casted as Felicia Hardy, which originally was going to be Black Cat. Then I actually just read somewhere, I think last night, they were going to make Felicia Hardy be like a female Vulture. But then altogether just completely scrapped. And then, Anne Hathaway went and played Catwoman, so I guess that worked out for her.
Yeah.
Raimi continuously hated the script for 4 after multiple revisions. Sony eventually canceled it in January of 2010. Raimi went out and said that they just couldn't meet the deadline. Even like there was no kind of hard feelings between the two of them. They just mutually agreed of this doesn't make sense. And I found out why is because they had already planned the reboot of The Amazing Spider-Man while this was still in production. So they were never going to lose the character anyway.
Yeah.
So I thought that was crazy. I mean, as a director, I don't really know how I would feel making... Because originally, when they first started this, they were going to make another 3 films. Then he went to just the 1. And then finding out they're just going to reboot your character anyway, I don't really know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I agree.
But that officially closes out our first of 3 trilogies for Spider-Man. Yeah, our thoughts, everything was wrapped up nicely. I feel like, yeah. So this also wraps up our 3rd episode of the Friends of Spider-Man podcast. Next week we're going to start with the Amazing Spider-Man series. There's only 2 of those. But I think I'm honestly the most excited for those because I feel like you either love them or you hate them. So it's going to be a lot of fun to talk about those, I think.
Yeah.
So
and they're finally in that realm of modern superhero film where, you know, it's set more so in like a realistic world. You know, and they're really realism. Like they're really going for that realism. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's like their goal. Like they almost do it too much, and that's
they push aside kind of that comic book character feel to bring.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to that's kind of what it was pretty much just like, okay, so Batman got really dark, The Dark Knight, really realistic, The Dark Knight. We got to do the same thing, and that's kind of what we got from TASM. And I think, honestly, we'll talk about it next week, but I think it was honestly, they're fun movies, so. Yeah.
You guys can listen and subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Make sure you guys follow the show on all social media with some variation of the FOS podcast for clips throughout the week from our episode. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all next Friday at 10 for yet another movie review.